Baseball-Halloween is back. Omaha Storm Chasers in Warner Park coming up on October 22nd.
Are we? I mean, we talked to Marty about this. I think it's over 10 years they've been doing this. This is like the event, and it's back after 2020.
I know. Ugh.
Right? And like he said, if you want to come out in full costume, bring out the family. It's free admission. The gates open at 5:00. And he says the way they see it, generally they're kind of waves. The younger ones generally come a little earlier, and then the older kids a little later. You don't have to do that, though. You can come out anytime between 5 and 8.
And spend the whole 3 hours, but you need to RSVP. There's a link in our description of this podcast. You can also go on our Facebook page. We shared it there as well. Or go to Omaha Storm Chasers Facebook page. Click on the link and RSVP.
Exactly. And Hurrdat, very proud to be a sponsor this year of Baseball-Halloween, along with a lot of other vendors that are going to be out there, and they'll have their little Chotsky tables, and Pat and I are going to be out there too, and we want to see you.
See you guys October 22nd.
Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
All right.
Real quick story. It's happening at our house. The squirrels are starting to take over. I believe you may have warned us. Other people have warned us. The squirrels they're not damaging anything yet, but they know where we keep the corn ears. So corn, it's in like a metal little mini trash can. It's popped down.
Yeah.
And that was moved about 4 feet the other day. And then yesterday, Beth was working from home, and there was a squirrel climb up on the back of the couch looking in the window. Like, what's up? And now they like almonds more than corn, so they wait for almonds.
They get real demanding. When I moved into my house, the family that lived there before, nicest people. And they told me all about the ins and outs of the house, right? Excuse me, because they've been like 16 years. They had a bunch of squirrels, and they fed them on the back porch. They like crackers. They love saltines. And they love peanuts, the unsalted peanuts. Saltine crackers, which I thought was kind of interesting because they're salty.
Yeah.
But they would wait for the crackers because they like the crackers. But then when I moved in, they would just come and sit on the back porch. Like, yo, lady. You know, that's not how this works around here.
You're new.
You know? Yeah. You don't know the rules. Let me explain this to you. And I'm glad I kind of, pushed everybody back. And so I stopped doing that. And then we changed the fencing and moved the trees away from the house, or one tree that went down, didn't replace it, that was next to the house. So they can't jump on the house anymore. That was another thing they did all the time.
You hear them running on the roof?
You hear them jump on the roof, the dunk, and then, and once that tree went down, it's like that was like the best thing ever.
Their bridge went down.
That's gone. They can't get back on top of the house anymore. But yeah, those little guys. And it's funny is right now I've got some squirrels that live on the south side of the yard. And so when Jack goes outside, he runs out in the deck and he stops and he looks. And about them, that little squirrel, it's like it's a game. And the squirrel's like, nah, 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 and just goes running across. Just
he knows.
Shaking his paws in the air. Ha, 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 you can't catch me. And Jack tears down the stairs and rolls across the yard. Other squirrels already up the next tree.
Because animals communicate with like in energy and whatever. They can communicate with each other, and we don't understand what they're saying. I bet there's a lot of crap talk going on.
I think there is.
Interspecies crap talk.
And then Jack sits underneath the tree looking up, and you hear...
Oh yeah, and the tail going. Yeah. I got Beth took a picture of the squirrel standing in the deck with an almond in his mouth yesterday. So I'll put that in our episode art. It's super cute.
Awesome. That's fantastic. So did you hear the big news yesterday that Facebook was changing its name?
I heard. I don't know what the follow up was, but I heard like the tease or whatever on TV. And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, the actuality to it is that they are not. Facebook's still going to be Facebook. It's actually the company behind it is what's going to be changing its name. There was a statement that came out about it, and then of course they asked Facebook about it, and of course then Facebook replies to the statement, not a person, Facebook, that it doesn't comment or rumor on speculation. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Anyway,
and who cares? Like if the company name changes, just say maybe we're thinking about it. Like who cares?
I know they're making it because they want it to be a big
so
deal.
Dumb.
Right? So they said they're going to change the name of the holding company, but not of the platform, which internally they call the Big Blue app. That's what they call it. Yeah, apparently behind the scenes, that's its.
I mean, it's just
nickname.
Just call it Facebook.
The Big Blue app. So the founding site, the company also, of course, owns Instagram, WhatsApp, and then Oculus. Okay. And if you know Oculus, I had to look it up. I didn't realize that's what Pokemon basically, that kind of a platform. But anyway, so they're looking to do this because they say that Facebook itself, the name, and right now everything's under Facebook name. So they wanted a different name, kind of like when Google, and now it's Alphabet over Google. Okay, so Facebook had a pretty bad year PR-wise this year. Had the former employee that came forward, leaked all kind of documents about just things like saying, that the company is putting profit over people, and a lot of talk about Instagram being really damaging for young girls, and that it was promoted that way for influencers. And
100%.
All that stuff.
TikTok is the same way. You go on any of these platforms, and they feed you the best looking, the girls with the least amount of clothes. 100% they do, and that's why I don't know why that's breaking news, and why it's breaking news that they take profit over people. Like that to me, I get it
because because they deny it in public.
Oh yeah,
and they talk about it in the boardroom.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. Is they're like, no, we're just here we're here to connect people, and this is bullshit. No, you're not. We know what you're doing, but they continue to hang on to that, and so that makes people want to dig in a little bit harder on them. Right now, they have almost 3 billion daily users.
It's a lot
for the products that they have, which is crazy. So anyway, that's what they're trying to do, is kind of give themselves a little bit of a makeover. But the fun part was when it first came out, because everybody's thinking, oh, they're going to change the name of Facebook. And so it's going to be something different, which has happened before. In 2004, and by the way, did you know it's been around like 18 years?
Yeah. Have you seen Social Network, the movie?
Yeah.
It was that was like 2000, 2001.
When it first started.
That was a long time ago.
And so 2004 was when they first changed the name from the Facebook just to Facebook. That cost them over $200,000 to do that because they had to get the domain name. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. And what's really funny is some of the names that people came out with, which I thought were fantastic. So possibilities. I can't believe it's not Facebook. Facebook and things. Friendster Plus.
That's funny.
Facebook NCIS. That thing your mom loves. Mark Warts. Okay, what's that? Mark Zuckerberg.
Got it.
Mark Warts.
Hogwarts. Got it. Okay.
One says, I can't think of a name that would say sells personal information and allows you to put out a narrative that's completely opposite of reality and makes that bully from high school think you would join her down line. That's why I just post memes. Right. Let's see. Another one was maybe they should go with your data is now our data. 404.
Who's your data?
Who's your data? 404 was another funny one because that's that's an error page.
Oh, that's awesome.
404.
Yeah, that's funny.
Give us your firstborn. Cult book. Spy book. I like face crook and face palm.
Face crook is great. Face palm is better. That's my favorite. Face palm. And instead of the thumbs up or the F and it's the
a little face palm.
Yeah,
emoji. Face palm.
Face palm's my favorite. That's hilarious.
Because everybody already calls it fake book. There actually is a domain for fake book.
Oh, there is?
Yeah. When you go to that's why it's got everybody kind of like, wait, what's going on here? Fake book, and it just says coming soon. If you go to fakebook.com. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, I thought those were kind of fun.
No, that is funny. I love
people are very imaginative, but I like facepalm the best too.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Both for the users and for the company. Because how many times? Oh God, what did I just do?
I know.
So those are fun.
We had just right before we started recording, we had a meeting with our social media team. And Nick, who's been on our show, he's our official. What's he? A not researcher.
He's a fact checker. Which we should have had him come in today. He's here. He hasn't been in office for a while because he lives in Lincoln.
Yeah.
So he works from home quite often. But
yeah. So yeah, and he has a lot of work to do when he's on our show because of the facts are usually not wrong. Right. But it was funny in that meeting. He said the most social media team member millennial comment I have ever heard. We were talking about just dogs, pictures of dogs and whatever. And he's like, God, I can't wait till I either have a kid or a dog so I can monetize it. And like, dude, that is like literally, that is on your business card. That is the most millennial.
On brand.
Right. That is totally on brand. I can't wait to have a dog or a kid to monetize it.
Go with the dog, Nick. Start with the dog. Start with the dog.
You're not going to be in the red or the black ever on a kid unless you are like whatever. Unless they have,
and it's such a short shelf life because they grow up
and they start getting their own thoughts and opinions,
and then they have their own pages.
Yep. And I mean, look at Grumpy
Cat. You don't
Cat.
get to have their stuff anymore.
You think Grumpy Cat was happy to do all that stuff? Who knows? It's a cat. But the people that owned him are millionaires.
It's like we were talking about the super follows. And the one that I first noticed it on is a dog's page.
Yeah.
It's a corgi.
Right.
And he has super followers. Stop it. That's funny. That is very funny. I found something I wanted to show to Nick also, which I thought was funny, is a little meme that was up that said, okay, I'm not really good at Snapchat or TikTok, but you know what? I can write in cursive, I can do math without a calculator, and I can tell time on a clock with hands. So I got you.
Yeah, I win.
And, right? I win. So there. I thought that was funny. Made me think of him also. But yeah, he is like just the epitome. He is the face in the dictionary next to, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So funny. That's good.
Yeah, it was very exciting.
Anywho, so other than that, I'm trying to think what's going on at home. I started to watch another episode of the Movies That Make Us, and it wasn't as good as Dirty Dancing, but it was still, I'm going to watch a few more episodes of this, but it just didn't hold me. That first one really pulled me in. That was a good one to start with. But yeah.
Boy, that's kind of what we tell podcast people. Have a great first episode. Pull them in. You just
hook them fast. And they'll keep looking for that sweet taste of that first potato chip.
Right?
They'll eat the whole bag.
Chase the dragon. Just chase the dragon. Chase the
so that's what I'm doing, basically, if anybody wonders. That's what I'll be doing. And
that's the name of today's episode, is Chasing the Dragon.
About right.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
All right, it's Pat and JT on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Face plant?
Face palm.
Face palm.
Face plant. Let me add that to the list.
Thanks for listening.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.